UN, the United Nations, the one organization dedicated on uniting the whole world in unison, is combating sexual violence by banning manga and anime. For the love of God, I cannot reference Shimoneta enough. Do you want to see the effect of full censorship in action? The fact that high school students have to be taught those? Just wow. Combating sexual violence by banning animes and mangas is the stupidest action that I have ever witnessed from the government since Indonesia's conscription laws. I've talked so many times about this in my previous vlog that censorship is not the most effective way of preventing sexual violence. Parenting, social care, even playing video games, those are solutions that can prevent sexual violence, or in fact, any forms of violence. Look, you guys in the UN are implying that violence against women are caused by watching animes and reading mangas. This is a ridiculous claim. That's like saying if the world starts to rain cats. I have a friend who is a huge anime fan and has watched the most screwed up animes in the entirety of mankind. And guess what? He is one of the smartest, most diligent student in my entire class. His first semester GPA was 3.5. Mine was below 3 because I am a lazy dumbass. In fact, I have multiple friends who are anime fans. If you want me to interview them, I can interview them. I can prove to you that sexual violence is not caused by animes and mangas. UN banning animes and mangas to prevent sexual violence is a lazy solution to a complicated problem. Don't get me wrong, we're all lazy peoples here. In fact, I'm a really lazy person. But if there's one thing that we all agree on is that laziness is an attitude that should be punished. I passed my first semester in college with bad grades because I was the laziest sloth you'll ever see in your entire life. I get punished for being lazy. UN is like the highest of high. The only people who can properly punish them is people who are under their control. To think that UN can get away with this is completely intolerable. I voiced my concerns about this because you guys are supposed to be professionals who take topics like sexual violence towards women seriously. If your solution on combating sexual violence is a disgustingly lazy one, what does it say about combating more serious topics like the crisis in the Middle East or the economy or unemployment or any relevant issues? You tell me, Yuan. You tell me. Well, either a hard facepalm or an even harder facepalm, the one country that can properly react to this nonsense is Japan. And oh boy, this is why I love Japan. Those works which are not modeled on existing peoples cannot be in violation of human rights. A quote directly from the Japan's Minister of Justice. The fact that this has to be told to the United Nations is a disgrace. Keep in mind that Japan has practically said, your idea is stupid and you should feel stupid. Let me remind you, the UN gives a platform to Anita Sarkeesian, who victimizes herself in front of everyone because she is offended of receiving proper criticism. If the UN has the same mentality as Anita Sarkeesian, which is getting offended for a valid critique, I am convinced that in a few years, we're gonna have another Hiroshima. This is a stupid move. In fact, you're gonna cause a hell of a lot more unemployment with this. You are suggesting that it is completely fine to ban animes and mangas, one of the most profitable entertainment business industry in the entire world, to come into the US, which means that Crunchyroll, Hulu, Funimation, and any other legal anime streaming websites are gonna get closed. People who are working on Japan's anime industry and people who are importing said work to America are gonna lose their job. The audiences who are willing to pay money and contribute to the economy of the entertainment industry, which is not a useless investment because it helps those that are working on it, cannot spend money on amazing animes and mangas and instead have to put their money on the government's taxes. And that's the reason why the Illuminati exist in this world, and we should banish them into the depths of hell. That's all for the rant today. If you like this, you can go ahead and click the like button and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.